All right, I think I got it now. Give me 24 hours after a video, and I promise I'll come back with something. I think I got it. Less is more, unless you want the most, but you have to know what you're willing to take away in order to get the most. And I was recording my song right now. Whoo! I was recording my song right now. I was seasoning the crap out of this thing. There was frosting, caramel, sriracha, salt, sugar, and it was a lot. And at the first glance, I wanted to get as much seasoning and as much taste into this as possible. And I started subtracting. And it started to mold and it started to become strong and sturdy like a bull. And that's what happens when you take away. You give and give and give and give and do and do and do, and then you start to take away the things that you don't have, the things that you don't need in your music, in your life, and in your character, in your development, in your story. Like, and I guess that's part of what I'm doing now. I'm trying to do the most. I'm trying to live. I'm trying to produce, create, just go, 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 go. And then I'm slowly starting to take away the things that I don't want. Less is more, but you have to know what you want less of. I wanted less of guitar effects. I wanted less of drums sounding like too echoey. I wanted to carve it out. But in order to know what you want less of, you have to throw everything in a pile and sort through it. I did the same thing today with my yard sale, my garage. I do the same thing with my music. Now I have to do the same thing with my mind. And I think that's really important. Let's see, is Brian here? Oh, he's breeding chicken. Awesome. Yeah, you gotta know what you want less of. You have to see it all together, all out in front of you so you can throw it away. Throw it away. Do that with your life. Do that with your goals. Try and throw as much goals in the pot as you can. Try and achieve them all. That's literally what I'm doing right now. And it's interesting because the goals that I really want to accomplish, I get done. The goals that I don't, they kind of just flutter off and have a good time, wherever they may go. The bigger goals shine through. The smaller things that you want less of will fall through the filter. I think that's really cool. When you're looking for less, you have to go more. You have to do more. It's counterintuitive. It's backwards. It's a little weird. But then you have to strip it down to its bare bones. Less is more because you get the most. When you find that one thing, that little less of everything that you need in order to continue your day, in order to continue your reasoning and your purpose for being here. If you can get that little thing to one thing, and you can wake up for that one thing, not 20 different things, you found your one purpose and you narrowed it down and you're doing it. That is the less is more lifestyle. And I am striving to be there. I'm figuring out what I can live without, what I need to find my one purpose. And maybe it's never supposed to be just one purpose. Maybe you're supposed to be spread out amongst the cosmos so you can fulfill all sorts of purposes. But don't overdo yourself with burdens. Don't overdo yourself with purpose. Ooh, my nose. I've been there. I've been there where I've tried to find purpose in everything. That's hard. That doesn't work as well. That's a little confusing to the soul because you try and carry so much. You can only handle so much of a load until your soul kind of gives out and you start returning to where you need to go. So I think it's really interesting that I made a video, put it out. It's still freaking loading. It's taking forever. You need to see that video so you can get this video. But less is more. Less is more. And I was talking about less is more in music. stripping away the most, getting that little nugget of gold that you need in your life, in your career. That's what we're after. That's what we're after here. Less is most. Less is more. Like, I'm doing this just with the iPad, and yeah, there'll be some more things that I'm gonna splash in, some other cool things, some music and some storytelling. But I'm just talking to an iPad right now. This is the least amount of effort that I could have done right now, because I was just so excited to share this. Because I finally figured it out, or I'm putting more pavements down. I'm figuring it out. I love sharing these things with you. It's the quickest way I could have done it. It's just through an iPad. I'm going to hit pause on this when I'm done ranting. It's going to go straight to YouTube for the world to hear. And I think that is really rewarding, and it's really cool. It's one of the little things that I've wanted to do and shrink down. And now that I've got this routine going where it's YouTube, music, and teaching, there's a really cool momentum and cycle happening. I'm excited to see where it's going, because these are the big three, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm really striving for less right now in moderation, and I hope you guys can find some knowledge in this. Shrink this down to the little bit of knowledge. If it's one quote, run with it. I've run one quote wonders for months that take me through my hardest times. Find that one quote, narrow it down, simplify it, execute, and search for that more in your life. Search for that meaning, search for the mindfulness, search for your muse. You gotta do as much as you can to filter out what belongs at your core. Less is always more, unless you want the most. So stay lifted, stay blessed. I'm figuring it out as I go along. Thank you guys for stopping by. We'll see you next time.